ascended skies, soaring to new heights and new understandings. This is the Butterfly Boy Chronicles, explaining how you create your own reality. Folks, more importantly, I'm going to explain how you create their reality for them. It's all connected. Evolution, education, the globe, God, a lot of history, his story. It's all fabrication of the truth. If you change the word education to programming, because that's what it is, it's instilling information into your brain. It's programming. And you realize that you were programmed to believe what you believe. And that had you been programmed to believe something else, that's what you would have believed as the truth. Yet it's only programming. So, when you leave school and you proceed to technical college or university, it's further programming, specific programming for your line of PhD, etc., that you want to take on. And then, of course, you are programmed and you enter the job, workplace, position for which you have been programmed, educated. So, now that we understand this, let's say a person who is awake is a person who has been deprogrammed through whatever manner, for whatever, due to whatever. The programming in school a long time ago was a certain type of programming. For the programming to be updated with non-scholars, people that are not in school or further education, to continue the programming, there must be a mechanism. It used to be radio. Prior to that, it was written, handwritten, books, comics, pamphlets, leaflets, information written. Then it was radio, information spoken. Yes. Written was touch, the sense of touch. Spoken is the word, audio, your vibration, your frequency. And then television, images, series, movies, films, videos, DVDs, programming, updated programming, inputting the future as they would like it. The first thing you learned to do when you entered the programming agency, school, you learned to spell. The first thing they taught you at school was how to cast a spell, how to spell. And later they taught you how to sentence somebody, how to write a sentence, how to sentence somebody with your spell, curse them with cursive. They taught you how to write in cursive. And capital letters for capitalism. You were programmed. You were programmed from the beginning with capital letters and lowercase letters, that is now called lowercase letters. Upper and lower class. North, south, above, below. Hierarchical, kings, peasants. All programming, folks. All programming. You have been programmed. You need to deprogram. Once you have cleaned your computer, deprogrammed, you can then utilize your computer, that tool, your brain, to reprogram from your soul input, your solar input, your soul input, and the brain can help the body to move forward, carrying forth the soul purpose, which is your journey, your choice of duty here in the realm. Hollywood is the wood used for making wands for magicians to cast spells. Hollywood is the tool, the wand, the movie used to cast its spell, play itself out, imprint itself in your mind, scare you, thrill you, humor you, whatever the movie's purpose is. But underlying the emotion of the movie is the message, the logical, statistical, embroidered program, the message, the core message, which is purposefully entrained into you through the movie and the emotion of the movie and the characters and the script, etc., etc. In the very way that you look at movies of the 60s and see them playing out in the 90s, you look at movies of the 90s and you see them playing out now. Terminator, Total Recall, The Matrix, and many others, especially around the 2020 scamdemic. There were many movies running up to that. There are many movies supporting every agenda. They are not movies. They are programs. A movie, a film, a video is a program. It's programming you. It's pre-entraining your mind to accept this experience when it comes along, because you've already seen it. You already know it. You are familiar with it. If you have seen the chiseled face of a grey alien with black eyes repetitively, when you see one, you may not be that afraid, as opposed to if you saw something like a grey alien with black eyes for the first time ever out there in the woods, but didn't have any idea what that was. I'd just like to tell you there are no grey aliens. There are only psychological operations imprinting in your mind the explained demonic entity, Eben, channeled or manifested by Aleister Crowley, and the grey alien is based on this being. The grey alien is a psychological operation on your mind to accept the silicone robotic beings, robots, tools of the Illuminati, of the deep state, which will be utilized as servants. Silicone grey robotic beings with the chip. Silicone, skin-like. Grey, just a different color, race, new race. Height, 4 foot, shorter than normal, easy to notice. Silicone, robotic. Implanted chip. The chip will have human data, one human's data, and LiDAR facial characteristics. LiDAR is a 5-second photograph that's taken constantly of your face to work out all your expressions, so it can be uploaded into a chip with your data implanted into a silicone robotic being, and the silicone robotic being can express just like you. It will have a character and full facial expressions, stolen from you, cloned on you, kind of like the movie Paul with the little grey alien chappie who was very human. Hence the reason for mobile phones, etc., all the screens, terms and conditions, data theft, and of course the LiDAR technology to take your facial expressions. The point I'm making, folks, is what the Illuminati, what the deep state, what the rulers, the masters want you to carry out, what world they want to see. They put in programming called movies through Hollywood in spells with Hollywood wands. They wave their magic wand and they cast spells, movies, ideas in full imagery with emotion, so they imprint in, lock into you, so you don't forget them, particularly horrors. These ideas that they imprint into you are the ideas that they want you to accept through legislation in the years to come. The movies they put out are ideas that they are generating and beginning to move towards to fulfill. The movies with Skynet and the movie Predator, where they finally realize that it's too late and the machines are taking over, AI is taking over, is where we are at the moment. We are at that point. Schwarzenegger is a sellout. He made a bunch of movies for a purpose, for the Illuminati, and he got his payment. He became a member of parliament and the mayor of whatever it was, wherever it was. You get your rewards. He also made Total Recall, which is about smart cities. The air outside, the polluted ozone, the polluted atmosphere outside, the Hunger Games, the survivors that will at some point not be able to survive out there, and the dome, and living in the dome, the smart city, where the machine breathes for you, unless of course they switch it off, as demonstrated in the movie, just to threaten the people for a while. As they suffocate, they switch it back on and tell them to behave. Yes, folks, smart cities, total control of your oxygen. Why? Because you complied, and you complied with net zero and the green initiative, and you assisted in every way possible to bring the carbon emissions down to net zero, not knowing that at 0.2 prior to net zero of carbon available to nature, to the plant life ceases to exist. If we actually reach net zero, all plant life will cease to exist. You will have exterminated nature by following the rules and regulations of the Illuminati, of the deep state, of your rulers from the moon, your masters, the Anunnaki. I'm going to give you the most important point of this whole video. Folks, you have a beautiful, beautiful technology. You are top technology, and you have a beautiful technology known as intuition and psychic ability. Your psychic and your intuitive abilities are top technology that no silicone AI can ever mimic, ever imagine, ever clone, or ever be. With this intuitive and psychic ability, you can create your own reality through imagination. You image it through visualization, through intuitive and psychic use of your technology. You create an image in your mind, and through your imagination, and you image it into being. Through emotion, the thought creates what it is, and the emotion fuels it with energy. This is intention, and how you create your own reality. You fuel thoughts with emotional intention and manifest them. You densify their frequency by emotional intention, by emotional and mental connection, creating intention. Densifying their frequency, lowering their frequency once they created on a higher mental plane or emotional frequency will bring them into physicality. This is pure alchemy, spiritual alchemy, not chemical alchemy. This is the creation of your reality. Now, if your imagination is not your imagination, but is full of movie after movie after movie after movie, then you have Hollywood's programming in your head that you are following as life. Like when you watch a Bruce Lee movie, run outside and go, yeah, and try and do a kick. Or the girls watch a Barbie movie and then they go and do makeup or whatever. The influence of movies is quite obvious on the human race. Just look at us. Almost anybody doing anything, there'll be a movie about it a long time ago. We're basically playing out their imagination for them, folks. Do you understand what I'm saying? Movie after movie is a new idea, a new imagination, a new bunch of images. And the more movies and the more images you fill your brain with, the less images you have from your brain. The more you program your computer, your brain, the less your brain is creating its own programs. Right. So the more you allow the inputting of programming through movies and information and other people's opinions, etc., the less your own computer is self-generating its own points of view, its own purpose, and its own behavior patterns, and asking the body to carry them out. This is the difference between knowing who you are and carrying out who you are, why you came here, your sole purpose, and being programmed and inputted with the system, the matrix, the imagery, the education, the movies, the information that they want you to have, the programming that they want you to have to continue in order, obeying, behaving, complying with their corporate offers. What I'm saying, folks, is if the movies that were playing 30 years ago are actually being played out now in the real world, that is proof that the programming from Hollywood, the spell, the curse from Hollywood, has worked, has neuro-linguistically printed, programmed the majority of the people who are carrying it out as life in society and doing what they see on the movies, literally. If you allow input to program you, your output will be the programming. If you come to your Zen state, if you come to your calm, centered self, every breath deeply diaphragmatically breathing, now in through the nose, gently out through the mouth, calming, balancing your space, moving harmonically, quieting the mind, the spirit, the emotions, the body. Being fully aware and awake, first eye fully functioning, drawing in the light and information and projecting your reality, stepping into it and enjoying the magic of your existence. But if your brain is full of other people's beliefs, systems, movies, predictions, pictures, you can only output what has been inputted. Therefore, you are a silicone robotic being, just repeating what has been inputted, automated, regurgitating, repeating, a well-learned little robot. Excreting what has been inputted. A self-realized sovereign being, folks, only outputs. The input is part of their system and the connection to the all that is available to know. That's inputting all the time through the white light coming in. The white light coming down through the crown and into the pineal gland and projecting out of the eyes. The white light coming in into the first eye and projecting out the second and third eye, the bifocal lens, the creation of your reality. The white light coming into the prismatic pineal gland. The pineal gland is a prism, a double helix prism, a star tetrahedron, just like your third dimensional vehicle of light around your body. So your pineal gland is prismatic. In comes the white light like an overhead projector. The white light is projected down to the prism, the prismatic screen, turned at 90 degrees and projected out into your reality or onto the wall in the case of an overhead projector. In comes the pure wisdom, the white light, the all that is, turned at 90 degrees, refracted in the prismatic pineal gland and projected through the cones and rods of the bifocal lenses, which are those parts and mechanisms of a projector, not of a camera. And in this way we project our own reality and experience a prismatic universe with rainbow colors, the refraction of white light through the prism. Ladies and gentlemen, if you input what they want you to input through series, movies, television, talk shows, blogs, radio, etc., if you are inputting, you are not outputting. Yes, information is valid. Yes, we can learn from others. Yes, we can learn from blogs and YouTube videos and all sorts, of course. But these are things that you want to learn more about. You want to input. You choose to grow in. It's all the rest, folks, that you call recreation or entertainment. Just passing the time or just watching with a friend or Netflix and chilling. This is inputting rubbish and programming that you will later output unknowingly, subconsciously. Be very aware of the spells with the Hollywood wand and the curses that are dawned upon your mind and the programming, the neuro-linguistic programming, subliminal or not, that is inputted into your mind, that you will accept a reality that is less than what you could have imagined into being through your own soul journey. Information is important from out there, folks, but all information is in you. As above, so below. As within, so without. What is macro is micro. If it is out there, it is in you, because you are one part of the multicellular part called consciousness. You are one cell of the multicellular being known as consciousness. You are one soul of the multicellular being known as consciousness. As your body is one cell of the multicellular beings, physical beings forming one consciousness. as your cells within your body are multicellular, forming your body. As your cells are full of water and turgid, you are a water being, an aqua being. As you are electromagnetic as well as being full of water, the knowing that electromagnetism separates water, H2O, into oxygen and hydrogen is very interesting, because you're an oxygen being. You breathe in oxygen and you breathe out carbon dioxide. At the same moment, you're a water being. You're completely full of oxygen and hydrogen constantly. So there may be something in your electromagnetism separating your water into hydrogen and oxygen in ways that you haven't been told, keeping in mind that hydrogen is highly explosive and therefore highly energetic. It can create a lot of energy. And of course, oxygen feeds fire. Without oxygen, there is no fire. So there may be something going on between hydrogen, oxygen, and electromagnetic energy within the biology of the human body that has not yet been clearly explained, if you know what I mean. Keeping in mind, the hydrogen bomb exists, and you are hydrogen and oxygen feeds fire once the hydrogen is ignited. Through the meridians in your body runs the energy, the electromagnetic energy. Through your nerves runs sensation, electromagnetic sensation. In every cell in your body that creates those nerves and everything else in your body is water, hydrogen, and oxygen. It's no small feat that the first thing to cease your existence in this realm is oxygen within a short amount of time. And the second thing is H2O, water, hydrogen, and oxygen. So you've just added hydrogen. And of course, then we go on to food, which would be the mineral and vitamin base within that hydrogen and oxygen electromagnetic soup called your biological being, which is mostly electromagnetic water. Water being the superconductor of electromagnetism. Mostly you're superconducting electromagnetic energy through your aqua self, your aqua woman, aqua man being constantly. Very interesting. Vitamins and minerals play a large part in that process, but yes, the basics is H2O, hydrogen, oxygen, assimilation, and function. But bringing us from the elements and the gases back to electromagnetism and the soul journey, folks, you have a purpose. You came here with a journey. You came here with a purpose. You have a soul purpose. You came here to carry out your soul purpose. All you need to do is remember, reconnect what that is. The way to do that is take time to sit silently and ask, why am I here? What is my journey? What is my duty? What is my soul purpose? And then go forth and manifest within your soul purpose. Carry out your soul purpose for the greater good of the whole, for the greater good of all the souls that came here to do the same within the body of consciousness. The way we do that, folks, is through visualization and imagination. And the way we do that is we listen to our inner self, our inner child, our higher self, our inner voice, our soul, your spiritual being having a human experience will show your humanness, your human self, what to do, where to go, and how to do it, when to do it, why to do it, and everything you need if you allow it. Only if you allow it. The ball is in your court. It's up to you. But ladies and gentlemen, the more you watch the screens, the more you input their programming. It's now very difficult to know what is AI or even a real human. You can input a text now and have a human appear and speak it out for you, but the human is AI. Like the news has been for many years, AI presenters, not real presenters whatsoever. You just couldn't tell the difference because you weren't looking for it. Ladies and gentlemen, you are top tech. You are the top technology. Consciousness is the top technology, consisting of component soul parts, which are top technology, through the utilization of intuitive and psychic abilities. Top technology, way beyond AI. We are AAI, advanced AI. But nobody told you you are. Therefore, you didn't know you were. Others came along and made you lesser offers that you took based on what you thought you were. Now that you know who you are, a soul being, a spiritual being having a human experience, and that your spiritual being, self, is way, way more powerful than you ever thought or knew, and that you have a spiritual being self within you, a soul, that you can just listen to and take guidance from, which will change your whole life as long as you listen and follow carefully. First thing is to know your soul voice so you can listen to it and not listen to any other voice. But once you acknowledge, understand, note your soul voice and follow your soul journey and your soul path, your life will open up into the beauty that it should be. And the way to do that is to listen to your inner voice, to listen to your heart, to listen to yourself. When I say listen to your heart, it's cliche, it's philosophy. I mean to listen to your soul. Listen to that voice that knows. That is the voice that will guide you on your soul journey. Generate from inside out. Self-generate. Ask and you will receive. I dare you. Ask the questions that you want the answers to and wait. Or rather, prepare for the answer because it's coming. Waiting is negative. Prepare. Ready yourself. Be aware. Because if you ask, you create the answer. When we ask the question, we create the answer. We just need to hear it. Listen carefully. The creation of your reality is in your hands, but you need to create from inside out with the purity and a knowing of what you wish to create and why. And it best be for your soul purpose, for your soul journey. Otherwise, you're again off on a lost route. With your imagination, with you imaging into your head what you wish to exist in today, this week, month, years, as you image into your head what you wish life to be, as you fuel it with emotion and power and energy, you create an intention. As you express that intention outwardly, so it will come back inwardly. Like breathing out, so you will breathe in. There is no other option. You create your reality all the time. You cannot stop it. Once you become aware of that, you can direct it. This is when you create your own reality and step into your manifestation of your best life. As my mother would say, Namaste. Ascended skies, soaring to new heights and new understandings or inner standings. Peace be with you, folks. Go forth and manifest your reality. Take charge of your existence. Step into your manifestations and live your magic. The power is you. The time is now. Ascended skies, soaring to new heights and new understandings. From me, Butterfly Boy and the Butterfly Boy Chronicles, signing out.